run up the business. God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving a mission. They say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation. I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business. Yeah. Travel this city, your city ain't working. It's all for nothing. She told me don't let up. It's on us to make it. It's on us to crush it. Now it's gonna take some just to make some. So put that in your budget. Yeah. Can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even buzzing. What got you bugging? Make you a play. Don't be scared. I'm religion. You made it from nothing. Then figure out your clutching. Everything you want in front of you ain't no discussion. Look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth. They tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth. They tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah. Who don't play? Play. Play. Who don't play? Play. Who don't play? Play. Who don't play? Play.
It's been a long time coming. Track star, a long time running. I exterminate foes, they bugging. I'm joke, I want my nuggets gold. Platinum chain, call them Johnny Dang dog. With my brains, I go off like hurricanes until my diamonds look like rain. My verses, gas, I'm on it, spaz. The business, cash, no money, pass. Kenny said I need a verse, I said give me like 30, I did it in 15 for real. I've been on fire, they want me to chill. I've been on fire, they want me to.
Look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play? Play. Who don't play? Play. Who don't play? Play. Who don't play? Play. Who don't? Yeah.
Unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
Two undefeated teams remaining in MOAC play take center stage today to determine who is the queens of the conference here at the midway point of the high school softball season. It's the Lady Colts of Clear Fork taking on Shelby, and you can check out all the action live and free exclusively here on the OH Report, coming up anywhere the internet can be found, and it's all on the way next.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Let's take you between the bases for an awesome MOAC showdown. 8-0 versus 8-0. Richland County rivals Clear Fork and Shelby just about set to square off right here in Bellville. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brian Skowronski on the call with you here tonight from the Clear Fork Valley. And, I mean, how much better does it get than two teams still perfect in league play, both with big aspirations of being champions within the conference and squaring off today as cross-county rivals on a rather chilly day here in Bellville, but that doesn't matter to you. You're going to be watching in your comfy socks, kicked up, maybe some hot tea, some cocoa at your house, because that's the kind of weather that we have here today in Ohio. Feeling like winter temperatures out here for this spring sports extravaganza. Let's tell you about the Shelby Lady Whippets as we dive inside their team spotlight presented by MWD Logistics. And this team, pretty good hitting team, about 374 as a unit. Nearly 160 runs scored, too. They've got 4 sweeps of conference opponents on the season, and they came out lightning hot. 8 wins in their first 9 attempts. 3-3 cents, but they played some solid teams. You look at Lexington and what they're doing, still perfect on the year. Mohawks having a fantastic year. Madison, they are always perennially very, very good, but that 12.1 runs per game average, absolutely ridiculous. This team, when they get up to bat, there are no easy outs up and down the order. But probably the cream of the crop, Miss Mallary Gundrum. She is their clean-up hitter. She leads the team in pretty much every statistical category when it comes to hitting and probably fielding as well. I mean, she's the anchor of the offense and the defense. Almost 600 is what she's belting out when she's up at the plate. The OBP speaks for itself. And then 6 dingers. This is a pretty home run friendly park. We're set up out here in the outfield with our cameras, and typically on a normal day, we're trying to duck and dodge a couple of balls flying out of here around our cameras and our computers. So look for Mallary Gundrum, the senior righty, to have a big impact for them here today. The opponent, though, Clear Fork, another very high-scoring team, almost 10 runs per game for these Lady Colts, who starting to play some of their best softball this season. 5 of their last 6 games have all been victories. The only loss, again, to those pesky Rams of Madison. That's one of those teams that both of these squads have gone against so far this year. And you see on the campaign, they've outscored their opponents by about 60-plus runs. So this is a very, very solid team. 8-0 so far in the league and trying to get to 9-0 on the year with a win. In our player spotlight, how about the big bopper, their number 3 hitter, Katrina Rogers. She leads the MOAC in dingers, 8 of them to be exact. And this girl, she just plays with a little bit of swag. She's one of those out there, you can tell the girl's kind of looking to her to get some of the juice going. She brings the high C out there when she's at the dish, also within the field where she plays second base. And just one of those kids that when she's up at the plate, you're expecting big things. You're afraid. It strikes a little bit of fear into you if you are the pitcher. So look for Katrina Rogers to do that to the starter here today. We'll dive into our keys to victory here in between innings as we are just about set for action. First batter up tonight for Shelby, a senior, Kendall Parsons, leading off the show. And she will take strike 1 from the freshman phenom, Miss Schaefer. And great season so far for Miley. Tough position to be in as a freshman, but it's lined down the left field line all the way to the fence. And it's a stand-up double to start things off here for Shelby. Big knock here for Kendall Parsons to start things off. Second look, you see, catching the piece of the outside corner and just absolutely destroyed down the line. 2 bases, now just a little dribbler, back to Schaefer, and there's no play. So the runner advances. Katie Walp with a single, And it's back-to-back hits here for the Lady Whippets. Talked about how dynamic they have been as an offensive team so far this year. You see some strong ball on the first. That one, just an easy swing. And it goes down as a single. And second base is open, a little bit in between. They throw it down, but Katrina Rogers well off the bag. She's up trying to play for the bunt. So 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position very quickly here for Shelby. As Schaefer deals. And she gets the strike call. And the 0-1 leads to an 0-2, a cut. And it's a swing and a miss here from Gundrum, our player spotlight. Very dangerous hitter with runners in scoring position. And she'll get a piece of it, chopper right up the middle. 1 run will score, and she is gonna be safe. Gundrum with an RBI single. And a tough play there for the shortstop. Not made for Clear Fork. As we'll take another look. Just nothing to be had there. Now the cleanup hitter. This is Kennedy Studer. As Gundrum sneaks her way over to second. And that's the typical play here in softball, folks. If there is a runner on third, base pass obviously very short. And you got to make one of those type of decisions. So we try to gun it down, as Clear Fork did there. And leave yourself open as Mel Bluebaugh runs over to secure the first out here of the opening inning. So Clear Fork and Schaefer get this first out. Now the freshman righty checks her band. From the wind, it's going to be bunted, left field line, and it's going to be out of bounds. So we'll reset, do it all over again. This is Katie Taylor up at the dish. 10th grader is the designated player today. And she'll sweep one out of play over the road, over by the moo cows here in Bellville. And there are plenty of those. Third pitch of the at-bat, and again, it's poked out of bounds. 2 strikes now on the hitter. Big spot here for Schaefer to try to get out of the jam. And she struck her out. First K of the evening for Miss Miley Schaefer. Two down now for the Lady Colts. As Schaefer deals, and it's fouled straight back here by Natalie Kennard. Another 10th grader. Miley deals outside part of the plate. And it's an 0-2 count. And after surrendering a quick run, an opportunity for Schaefer to get herself out of trouble. The righty on the lefty, she sends, and that's juice down the line. 1 run will score. Gundrum's coming around as it leaks all the way down into the corner. Rounding for third here is Kennard, and she is safe. 2-run triple for Natalie Kennard. So just when it appeared like Schaefer was going to get out of trouble, opposite fields thwack down the line. And 2 runs across the plate. 3-0 Shelby here in the top half of the first. Runner still on third as the first pitch here sent in to Kelsey Snyder's just a little bit high. Ball 1. Second pitch skied high, and it'll reach its way over the fence out of play for a 1-1 count. Schaefer looking to get her 61st inning pitched in the books here. Trying to score one more out. Snyder's got other plans. Looking to drive in another run. It's right down Main Street. Inning over. At least the top half here for Shelby. And we'll keep it here as the Lady Whippets out to a nice 3-0 start for them. And we'll keep it in between the bases, thanks to our good friends over at MWD Logistics. Shout out Chris Laux, who probably floating around somewhere out here. We got a double dose baseball and softball live and free for you guys. Shelby versus Clear Fork here today. So for the Lady Colts, how do they get a win? Well, I'm going to tell you, at least according to me, I just feel like you got to capitalize offensively. Shelby's going to get theirs. We just saw that. I mean, they got boppers up and down the lineup, kids that can really create from the dish. So you have to capitalize when you get those ducks swimming out on the pond. And then stay engaged. Watching them before the game, this is a team that they have a lot of attitude. They have tons of fun. You know, it's a free-spirited group. If they can keep that going and keep the energy flowing throughout the course of the afternoon, gotta like Clear Fork's chances here at home, where they've only lost once all year. But for the Lady Whippets, who already own a 3-0 lead, well, how about a quick start? Check that box. Now, can you limit the errors on the defensive side of things? Shelby's had problems with that every now and again so far this year, so if they can be very solid in the field, I think you would agree, after seeing what they did offensively, Shelby likely is the favorite to win here this evening. Starting pitcher tonight, Lexi Booker, over 57 innings pitched already. And this is going to be a slap bunt. And safe is the leadoff hitter, Mel Bluebaugh. Mel's been having an unbelievable season so far. All-Ohioan last year, and I think certainly in line to repeat this season. Now here's Macy Oosley, the number 2 hitter. And she'll look at a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Oosley hitting .375 so far on the campaign. Second pitch from Booker. And it's going to be bunted down the line, but just foul. Oosley with an on-base percentage of nearly .480 so far this year. Trying to set the stage for our player spotlight, Katrina Rogers, with 2 runners on base. Pitch wide left. And it's a 1-2 count. The pitch. Oosley with a big swing. And a little wind aided off the top of the roof over there on the new structure that's just been built for the pitchers and hitters. The facilities out here in the Valley really coming along, certainly over these last few years. They got the turf infield, getting up to standard and code with some of the best facilities in the state, as Oosley again fights this one off, and the count remains 1-2. Booker with the wind, sends a little bit high. 2-2 the count. Excellent battle going on here. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And Ousley this time going to pop to right field, charging in and making the play. Kelsey Snyder with the catch. Second look on our home and kitchen supply. Instant replay. And now here comes Katrina Rogers. Miss Big Bopper herself. Clean piece heading back to the fence and just foul it cleared. But she's about 5 feet to the right of the foul pole. Just about 50, 60 inches from being a 3-2 game. But you see the power. This young lady doesn't skip time in the gym. The pitch just a bit high, 1-1. Takes this one high as well. She's more than just a big-time hitter. She gets on base a bunch. On-base percentage of .455 heading into today. And that one high as well. Ball 3. Now Booker sends the payoff pitch and way too high. Ball 4. So Rogers heads to first. Blue ball now advancing to second. Chilly afternoon here in the Clear Fork Valley. Slight bit of rain trickling down on top of us right now. As Booker again missing the mark, and she's been high with about her last 5 pitches. Maya Perry up at the dish. And she skies one straight up, heading towards the shortstop, who calls for it. And the catch will be made by Gundrum. 2 down. Mallary Gundrum, as solid as it gets in the MOAC from her shortstop position. Bringing up Jada Brokaw. And she'll take on the outside corner. Booker now sends it in low. And a lot of attention being paid to Mel Blueball right now on the base pass. This one chopped right to Gundrum, makes a stabbing play down low for out number 3. We've got 1 inning in the books. Clear Fork strands a pair. We head to the second with the Lady Whippets on top by 3.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
3-0 the count. Shelby on top. And they are up to bat here to begin the second inning. And they will start things off here with Kelsey Snyder at the dish. And she looks at strike one. Snyder, a senior, and she rips one down the left field line, but a little too tall as Brokai able to get under it for the first out. Seems like Schaefer starting to ease into the contest after the freshman got lit up a little bit. Facing 6 batters there in the opening frame. Now the number 7 hitter, Braylee Sturts. Righty stands in. And she'll put that one over top, out of play. And it looks like we've got some action over on the baseball diamond. Bases chucked right now for Clear Fork. We've got that one live and free for you on YouTube Channel 1, along with our Facebook page. Miley from the circle sends, and strike is called. Framed very nicely that time by the catcher. The pitch hit right side down the line. Blue Boss Scoop throws to first, and she is safe. How about the hustle down the line to get in there from Maggie Bogner? Goes down as an infield hit. Bringing up Lexi Booker. And she'll drive one overhead, and that's going to bloop in there right in front of the right fielder. Excuse me, Lexi ain't hitting today. That was back to the top of the order. That's Kendall Parsons. Just laying that one in there. On the baseball side of things, 4-1 Clear Fork out in front now. As this one's looped up, and that one will head out of bounds. So Bogner on second, Parsons on first, and Carly Walp, who singled her first time up, hits it right at the center fielder. Oh, nearly a basket catch, and they get doubled up. What a play right there by Maya Perry. And Maya, you're done, girl. You can head back into the dugout. The work has been done. We'll watch it one more time on the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Bang, bang, play. And Clear Fork gets out of the inning unscathed. We head to the bottom of 2. It's still 3-zip.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
How about this? Wildlife out and about here. We've already got colts and whippets running around out on the field, and now birds skying by overhead. I am Brian Skowronski, and welcome into our softball edition of Clear Fork versus Shelby. Top two teams in the MOAC going at it. And this here is Jada Brokaw chopping it straight ahead, and she is going to be thrown out. Excuse me, that's Schlosser, Addie Schlosser, thrown out over at first base. So Clear Fork starts the inning with a quick out. This is the pitcher, Schaefer. A lot of freshman flavor to the lineup for the Lady Colts this season. And they have certainly matured as we've gotten to this midway point of the season. Clear Fork's gotten better and better as the years gone along. Miley, though, right back to Booker. 3 pitches, 2 down. So a great start for Lexi Booker here to the frame. Got 58 innings pitched so far on the season, and ERA just over 4. And this one fouled back by the senior Renee Anders. The 0-1 pitch. And it's down in the dirt, evening up the count at 1-1. This time sky high from Renee, left field line, looking to get out of play, and it just will. Slightly out of reach that time for Mallary Gundrum, who made a nice chase. So the count now 1-2. And as I look over at the baseball diamond, this is a pretty cool vantage point we have up here on the grassy knoll that we're calling it. Base is chucked again for the Colts. They'd love to get just one runner on here on the softball side of things here in the second. Anders takes that one high. Want to give some shout outs to everybody watching live and free, including our good friend Kathy Dodge, who watching from the concessions as this one is blistered to center, but hey, right there, right place, right time for Kennard. It's a 1-2-3 inning as we've got 2 in the books. Shelby still leads by 3.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
The cleanup hitter, Mallary Gundrum, at the plate. And looks at ball 1 here to start things off in inning number 3. Lady Whippets lead it 3-0 here on the road in the Clear Fork Valley. And Gundrum smashes that one, but right at the shortstop for out number 1. Great play by Renee Anders. Gundrum had an RBI single in the first inning. Nothing doing that time. A swing and a miss here for Kennedy Studer in her second at bat. And that one maybe a little bit low. So 1-1 the count. As Miley checks her bands and looks to deal. This time high. Can't get Kennedy to chase. And she falls behind in the count. The pitch right down the middle. Chopper. Anders plays it on the fly. Over to first for out number 2. So Renee Anders making her presence felt out there in the field. Accounting for both of the punch-outs so far here in inning number 3. This one is going to find its way to the gap. A little blooper to left center. And the first duck on the pond here, Katie Taylor, who struck out in her first at bat, and she's got a single. We're not trying to say that she is single, boys. She's just on base. Kennard next up to bat. 2 down here in the frame. And the pitch low. So Kennard takes a ball on the outside. She had the big play in the opening inning to kind of break things open. She had a 2-strike, 2 RBI triple. And she's trying to go that way again over the head of the fielders. She'll be into second base, but the runner will stop at third. Excellent start here for Natalie Kennard, lighting things up. Big double right there. Second look on the replay. Gets her hands through and just enough juice to get over the top of both outfielders to get 2 runners in scoring position. Miley upstairs in a swing and a big miss from Kelsey Snyder. She flew out in her first at bat. And she'll foul this one over the top so quickly behind 0-2. Miley looking to get out of the inning. Right down the middle. Strikes out looking. And the top half of the third is in the books. Clear Fork up to bat at the top of the lineup when we return.
In today's world,
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Two and a half innings in the books. Third time from the circle we get a chance to see Lexi Booker. 33 earned runs so far on the season, of course. Pitching a shutout so far here tonight as Gundrum and company out into the field. Looking to shut things down yet again. This, the number 9 hitter, Haley Thrush. Another one of those very talented freshmen in the lineup for Clear Fork. And you don't see very many teams that are in first place in their league this deep in the season sport as many ninth graders as the Lady Colts do. But she sends this one like a skyrocket in flight. No afternoon delight, though, as that will account for the first out. So back to the top of the order for the Lady Colts. Blue Ba singled to open things up way back in the first. And now Mel, who's got one of the best averages in all the MOAC, pulls back on that one. So she'll take a ball to open things up. The pitch, and Blue Ba holds up on this one. It's outside 0-2. Booker sends this one low, and now Blue Ba in total control of this at bat. She's such a good contact hitter. She likely has the green light here. But she'll take it upstairs, and Clear Fork will get one on here with one out in the third. Bringing up Macy Oosley, who flew out back in the first. Made solid contact, though, and she'll do the same. This time it's blistered out of here. Goodbye to left center. 3-2 the score as Oosley cracks that one deep out of the park, and she's got friends there to meet her at home plate. That one just might make Big League's greatest hits next week. By the way, we do have the roundup going down tonight, 9 p.m. with Travis Berardi. And one more look as she absolutely just mashes this thing. Laser beam out of the park. So that brings up the number 3 hitter. This is Katrina Rogers, who worked the count last time. Booker walked her. Look at those numbers so far on the season. 8 dingers. And she'll slice this one out of play, 1-1. The righty stands in. Booker sends. And must have been inside. The pitch. And this one again, slice foul. Rogers getting steady contact on it. Just one out here in the frame. Lady Colts can tie it with one swing at the bat. And this one drilled, but Kennard lays out. It falls right in front of her. So Rogers, with a single to center, gets a runner on board for Maya Perry. More solid contact from Rogers. Excellent effort that time by Natalie Kennard. And just missed making the out. Booker sends down low. Ball one here to Perry. She flew out in her first at-bat. And this time she drills it down the left field line. Rogers to second. And they're saying foul, actually. I was wondering why Katrina was holding up. I was like, girl, everything's open for you. Well, foul ball. Perry now with the strike on her. And that one rolls in there. Came a little bit funky out of Lexi's hands. But I'm having trouble just riding out here. I can't imagine pitching a softball in these type of conditions. It's pretty frigid, folks. If you're not like my good friend hanging out over in the concessions with hot cocos in each hand, it's one of those days where you're a little bit shivery. 42 degrees. I think we're just above that threshold where they decide, too cold for baseball or softball today. So that's why we're out here. Braving the conditions, that way you don't have to. And bringing you an excellent afternoon of softball. It really feels like 39 according to the weather app. Wind gusts of about 10 miles per hour and the humidity over 80%. So it has been kind of, at least earlier, a nice little steady mist was formed. The cloud coverage 98%. No chance of seeing any cool blue sky up there today. Is this again down the left field line? Driven hard, but it's out of play. So Perry up there battling. Booker deals. Deja vu. Colts entered the inning down by a couple. Chance to try to square things up here in the third. The pitch. Smashed. This time it's fair. And that will advance Rogers to second. Excellent at bat from Miss Maya Perry that time. Boom. Right on the premium part of the bat for a single to left. Back-to-back singles now for the Lady Colts. Brings up Jada Brokaw. And she's showing butt right into the hands of Booker. She is doubled up. What a way to end the inning and a possible diamond cut here. Booker with the heads-up play on the charge, over to first. And we've got 3 innings in the books. Clear Fork, though, strikes with a pair in the bottom half as we'll welcome in the fourth when we return.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Played 3, Shelby scored 3, and they're off to a great start here in the fourth, or Just playing, folks. That left field line, it'll mess with your eyes. This one just a little bit foul here to open up the inning for Braley Storts. Storts hitting for average this year, .421 on the season. That one in there for a strike, though. 0-2 the count. And now everything in the well house here for Miss Smiley Schaefer. Trying to punch out the first batter. That one, though, slicing foul. Up over the road. The 0-2 pitch. And driven opposite way this time, but still foul. Nearly took out, I think that's Scott Gurney over there in the hood. He's an athlete, though. Able to bound over that thing, no problem. Well framed, but slightly outside. Ball one. Same spot, same result. Evens up the count. So the freshman Storts showcasing a little bit of patience here as she smacks this one, but what a play by Bluebaugh. Goes down to the turf and comes up with a solid catch. So good, our camera person just assumed that thing would be in the outfield. That's an All-Ohio on a third. And I see far in the distance, we've now got Canine Can. I'm sure it's going to be popping up anytime. Not just any dog, it's a ginormous dog on a lap. How could we not show it to you? This one outside for the ball. So Bogner getting ahead in the count. Infield hit for the first time up. And swing and a miss this time. That one chopped over into the Shelby dugout. The pitch from Schaefer comes right down Main Street. Foul back. It's a 1-2 count. If you're just joining us, folks, Shelby coming up with all three of their runs in the opening frame. The big hit, a 2 RBI triple from Natalie Kennard. Also came up with a double last inning. So she's probably our leader right now for most valuable player, but plenty of time still to be played as this one shot right field, and waiting under it for the easy grab is Haley Thrush. So 2 down here in the fourth as the top of the lineup emerges. Here's Kendall Parsons. Been on board both times she's been at the dish. Looking to go 3 for 3, but that's Bluebaugh in the corner. 3 up, 3 down for Shelby here in the fourth as we head to the bottom half. Just a 1-run game.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bottom half of the fourth, and that dog still chilling flat on a lap. Not sure how the gravity is working over there, but I can tell you out here on the field of play, it's been going pretty well for both sides. 3-2 ball game. Lexi Booker has been pretty much in command so far. And she's got 2 strikes now on Addie Schlosser, who got out her first at bat. Hit a little chopper. Schlosser hitting .345 on the year. 10 hits, looking to add to that total. And this one gets away from Booker. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. As Addie looks over to the dugout for some encouragement. And the lefty will drill this one into the gap. It'll fall right in front of the outfielders. A leadoff single here for the Frosh. Great piece of hitting here by the lefty, her first hit of the afternoon. This is the pitcher, Schaefer. Another one of those freshmen batting here in the heart of the lineup. .333 average for this year as this one bounces. Getting back to the bag there is Schlosser. Seven RBI on 8 hits so far this season for Miley. And she'll smash this one back over towards the Lady Colts dugout. The pitch, and Schaefer, a swing and a miss. And she'll sit down. Another strikeout for the total of Lexi Booker. I might be lying. Could be her first. Don't think I've written down a K yet for Clear Fork. This one heading out of play, just barely, or no, it'll hit on the chalk. So a single for Anders. And Clear Fork in business with runners on first and second. Take a look at this one by the senior. Just barely hits it in play down the line. And that'll bring up Haley Thrush, the number 9 hitter. Up the middle, Gundrum to first. And she'll get one out as the runners advance. Now into scoring position, second and third with 2 down here for the Lady Colts, and they got Mel Bluebaugh. Exactly who you want to see if you're a fan of Clear Fork. Coming up to bat. The lefty's reached base both times she's been up so far. Shows bunt, and it's in the dirt. Lexi Wines deals. Bluebaugh puts this one out of play. So the count even up at 1 each. On a chilly day here in the Clear Fork Valley. If you're watching from home, bravo, congratulations. You made the right choice today. My hands are frozen to my paper. Right down the middle. 2 strikes now on Bluebaugh. Booker trying to get out of a jam here, end the frame. Big pitch coming up. Mel, again, slices that one out of bounds over into someone's backyard.
They're a Michigan fan, it's okay.
But we see that they are sporting a Wolverine decor, so hopefully it hits a window next time. The 1-2 pitch. And it's outside, I think just testing. See if you can get Bluebaugh to chase. But her on-base percentage is ridiculous. I think somewhere around 700 on the year. Good luck. That one barely misses the outside corner. The count is full. Now the payoff pitch. Bluebaugh puts that one out of play as well. Mel hitting .550 on the season. Collected her 28th hit earlier this afternoon. And now she'll sky this one. Again, out of play.
Coming to you, Dylan. Yep, go for it.
Great battle. Going back and forth. Bluebaugh, the junior. Booker, now in her senior campaign. Lexi deals. Mel sends one straight away center. 1 run will score. 2 will score. Bluebaugh to second. She's going to turn and stay right there. Lady Colts lead for the first time this afternoon on a 2 RBI double from All-Ohio and Mel Bluebaugh. Nice piece of clutch hitting right there. And the Lady Colts with 4 unanswered runs. Got a 2-run dinger back in the third from Oosley. And now a 2-run strike from Bluebaugh. Still 2 down here in the frame. And a runner on second. And that one off the bat of Oosley. It's like a mini check swing. Take another look at that leadoff from Bluebaugh. We love it. She's over at third now. And Oosley takes it off the inside part of the plate. 2 strikes. Macy flew out in the first, as mentioned, an inning ago. Smashed one on a 2-run dinger. This time up and over the backstop, out of play. Sixth batter of the inning for the Lady Colts. Looking to add on to their lead. Blue ball on third. Ousley takes it in the dirt. The pitch is outside, and Ousley reaches base for the second time this afternoon. That'll bring up Katrina Rogers, our player spotlight today. Having a phenomenal season. Nearly had a homer down the right field line earlier. It was just a fraction from being a big bomb. Would have been her 9th of the season. Runners on the corners. Booker deals and took a little off at changeup, and it fooled Katrina. One the count. This one outside, making it 2-1. Rogers at the plate. Perry on deck. And Rogers waited on that one. That'll even up the count. Slight breeze blowing in at the batters here. As Rogers stands in, she'll swing down the first base line. So the count remains 2-2. Third at bat for Rogers here today, and she'll foul that one off as well. She's been on base both times she's been at the dish thus far. And looking to keep that train moving in the right direction here. As we'll get a couple nice underhand tosses. Softballs back out onto the field. Rogers has been spraying them all over the place out here. Booker again, the 2-2. And this one low will load up the count. Here comes the payoff pitch. And it's going to be high. Oh, must have had my count wrong. So now we're full. And she'll get a nice piece of it at the second baseman. That'll bring in 1 run. Rounding for third is Ousley. And I am not a spring sports person. I don't know if that's an error or not. It was a really sharply hit ball. Let me watch it one more time. I don't know. We'll have to check the official books, but I'm kind of an offensive type of guy. So for right now, I'm putting Rogers down for an unofficial RBI single. So Rogers so far on the day, a walk, 2 singles, the latest driving in a run. 5-4, 5-3 rather, Lady Colts, as that one's popped up, and some miscommunication. Studer barreling into the catcher, who is down. Take a second look on the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Might have got kneed somewhere near the forehead section. So while they tend to the injured player, we will take a quick commercial timeout. We will be back here in the Valley where Clear Fork enjoying their first lead so far of the afternoon.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
When we last left you, scary play concerning the first baseman and catcher Kendall Parsons, who kind of took an MMA knee to the face. We're going to blow it up and slow it down for you just a little bit, show you exactly what happened. Man, just right to the noggin there. But what an unbelievably tough kid. She got up after being down for a little while and jogged it off. She said, "Coach, I am not coming out." She's back in there. This is a big game. And Clear Fork treating it as such, as Rogers darts her way with a stolen base over to second. So runners now on second and third with Oosley. And this one going to be popped up out of play from Maya Perry. She singled her last at bat. A single here, likely, driving in a couple of runs. And now the cleanup hitter swats it left side. It's handled and gunned down. Nice play by Sturts over at third. The freshman gets him out of the inning, as we've got 4 now in the books. Inning 5 on the way, live and free.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Top half of the 5th here in, well, how do I want to say about the weather? I've already described it so many ways. You guys know it's chilly out here in Bellville, but these ladies still going at it. The top 2 teams in the MOAC wanted to show who's the cream of the crop. I am Brian Skowronski. This is my first ever softball play-by-play, so for those of you out there that have me on mute, well, you can't hear me anyways, but I understand. It's okay. Here's the freshman with the pitch, and it's popped out of bounds here for Katie Walp. Had an RBI single way back in the first. Hit it at the shortstop last time she was up in the 3rd. So 1 for 2 on the day, and this one up near the noggin. As Schaefer testing her just a little bit. Miley, a veteran now, even though she's just a 9th grader. 64 innings pitched so far on the season, giving up almost 80 hits so far. And that one barely missing on the outside. Chopped down, blue boss snares it and guns him down over at first base. Perhaps none more solid playing down that third base line than Miss Blue Ball here in North Central Ohio. The junior is like one of those fly traps, man. Just everything sticks to her glove, and she's got the arm to get the outs. Here's our player spotlight today, Gundrum. 3rd at bat for her. 1 for 2 so far. As that one escapes away from the catcher. I mean, look at those numbers. The on-base percentage, incredible. The average, just about as ridiculous. You don't see too many players at any level hitting 600. Come on. The Lady Whippet dugout trying to spark a little comeback as that one misses a shade high. 2 balls now on Gundrum. And she'll sweep that one out of play. Gundrum standing in. Schaefer now deals down the middle. And that one out of play as well. Couple strikes now on Mal. 2-2 the count. And she'll slice this one down the first base line. Just out of the range there of Thrush, who went diving. Gundrum on her way all the way to third. So we'll mark it down as a double. Again, I don't know the official scoring on this type of stuff, but I do know on plays like that, they normally don't get the full allotment of bases. But we'll put her down for 2. Ooh, heady play right there. Take a second look. Maybe. Oh, wow. We were right on it. Probably just a fraction behind. This is the cleanup hitter, Kennedy Studer. 0 for 2 so far on the afternoon. And takes this one inside. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Clear Fork has put up the last 5 runs on the scoreboard. Shelby looking to change that back up the middle, and Gundrum will come in to score. Or will she? That was 2 down. I got to pay better attention, guys. How about that? We're going to stay here, just like I thought the runners were out there. So, big play made out in the field there by Clear Fork. And this indeed is our 5th inning stretch, presented by MWD Logistics. And here's the numbers that we have so far. Oh my gosh, see, I told you, I'm frozen to my notebook. I can't get my hand off of here. But we're out here for you, the fans. Having a great time, though. As mentioned, this is my first time calling softball, and it's actually quite fun. I think I'm enjoying it a lot more than I anticipated I would. I had a little knot in my belly coming out here. I was a little nervous, and he's just pretend talking out here. That's what I thought I was going to be doing, just like, but I think we're doing okay. And actually, we've got to update. Shelby, 8 hits now, because they ended up getting one there in the 5th inning. So what's been really interesting, these numbers right here, pretty even. And on the season, as I looked up and down the team numbers for Shelby and Clear Fork, Whippets hitting 374, Clear Fork 337. But then you look at the hits, 154 to 137. They both had exactly identical 120 RBIs as this one's juiced! But a big web jam out in left field. Sick grab right there. Carly, whop! Says whop to the ball. Good stuff. That's Carly Walp with the catch there. My producer was asking, not just repeating to myself. So 1 down here in the 5th. And this one slapped through the middle. Really tough play for the second baseman. It's able to get by Bogner. And Addie Schlosser is on. Back-to-back singles now for the freshman. Brings up Miley Schaefer. Looking to help our own cause here this afternoon. And it skips there into Parsons. 1-0 the count. This one looped to right. And a charging play is made as Schlosser dives back into first. So 2 down now. And that'll bring up Renee Anders. Singled in her last plate appearance. And she'll try to turn on that one, but it is chopped out of play towards the Lady Colts dugout. And a reminder that we're not just live and free here at the softball diamond. Oh no, we're over at the baseball side of things here in the Clear Fork Valley as well. So you're welcome to flip over, see what's going on there on our Facebook channels and our YouTube channel 1. Bryce Coder on the call. Anders 1 for 2 this afternoon. The pitch from Booker. And it's outside, but they've got her gunned down over at first. Schlosser got a little too confident over there, and she'll get punched out to end the frame. 6th inning. Here we come right after this.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome back here to the Clear Fork Valley, where first pitch of the inning results in an out. Bluebaugh with a nice jump down that third base line, and she secures it. Did get a quick click on the scoreboard under that big O column. I am Brian Skowronski here with you this afternoon from Bellville. First place on the line in the MOAC, if you didn't know. Both these teams 8-0 so far on the campaign. They've each swept 4 teams, and it's now 3 pitches and 2 outs, as that one is driven right at Jada Brokaw. And Clear Fork just 4 outs away now from taking the top spot in the league. So Kennard flies out, Snyder flies out. Now this is Braley Sturts. No hits yet for Braley. And she'll swing and miss on this first offering. So Miley Schaefer, after getting pieced up a little bit earlier in the game, has settled in, looking great. And the fans looking on here, that's Mel Bluebaugh's father over here, watching both the baseball and the softball go down. And shout out to Mr. Bluebaugh. He's got a kid pitching AAA in the majors. Exciting stuff. Much love to AJ Bluebaugh. I believe he is a 2019 grad. And definitely making a name for himself right now. Trying to get that next call up to the bigs. The pitch, and it's slapped left field away. Out of play. As this is the most work that Schaefer's had to do so far this inning. Mallary looking to get out of the frame with one more pitch. And this one's sky high. Out of the reach, though, for the catcher. It's Andrea Swainhart. This one at the shortstop, and Anders pulls Macy Usually off the bag, so that'll be an error. I'm pretty sure. That's how I'm going to mark it down. So it does give Shelby one base runner, as they're to the bottom of the lineup now with Maggie Bogner. Infield hit for her in the second. Got out in the fourth. Schaefer sends. And this one cracked out of play over by the Moo Cow barn. If you're wondering, on the baseball side of things, it is 9-2 Clear Fork on top of Shelby right now. That one in the sixth inning as well. And that game 2, I believe, is for first place in the MOAC. Colts have been on a flat-out tear here of late. That one smashed down the left field line, just out of play. So Bogner now with 2 strikes on her. Miley looking to get out of the frame. This one at Anders, and she'll pitch underhand and gets the force out at second on the catch from Katrina Rogers. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th when we return after this.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Clear Fork back up to bat. They've got a 5-runs-to-3 advantage here. Looking to protect their home field and win their 6th and their last 7 tries. Big game today against Shelby. Winner be 9-0 in MOAC play. And they will begin the frame with their senior number 8 hitter, Renee Anders, up, who takes pitch 1 very high. The 1-0 pitch from Booker is smashed to straight center. Will it carry? Oh, right off the top. So it's a double for Anders. But that's as close as you can get to a home run without collecting the entire enchilada. We'll show it to you one more time. Anders sweeps this one straight to center and right off the bottom of that yellow, I don't know what you call it, tubing up top. The upward part of the fence. I'll have to get in touch with Big League Berardi and find out approximately what that plastic round part of the top of the fence is called. And I'm sure that there's some type of a term for it. So here is Haley Thrush. 0 for 2 so far on the afternoon, turning evening here in the Clear Fork Valley. And she'll head this one foul. There's Anders waiting patiently on second base, and the top of the lineup on the way. Blue Bot on deck. 3 for 3. Or actually, she's 2 for 2 so far today with a walk. And Booker, the pitch. Got her swinging. So strikeout number 2 for Lexi Booker. As Clear Fork, with one down, heads to their number 1 hitter. And the lefty stands in, shows bunt. A lot of attention being shown, of course, down that left field line. And looking at the comment section, want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free as Blue Bar gets on base for the 4th time here tonight, and it's an RBI at that, as she'll bring Anders all the way home. So the Colts strike again. They've got Shelby doubled up, and all of the last 6 runs belong to the young ladies in the green shirts. Last time we were here, Mel was our MVP, and she definitely the favorite to do so right now. As the first pitch in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. And this one blistered. Will it carry? Goodbye! The second dinger of the afternoon for the Lady Colts. Both of them from Macy Oosley. Just oozing with confidence at the dish. And she's got a whole gang there to greet her at home plate. Not 1 but 2 smash burgers on the night for Macy. And we may have a new MVP leader. Because who doesn't love a big swat? 8-3 Clear Fork. And now a conversation going down with Booker and company. And it looks like Lexi will be done in the circle. Typically she gets spelled out by Snyder. We'll see if that's the case again, and Kelsey steps into the circle. It will be indeed. Kelsey Snyder, 23 innings pitched so far this year with a 5.3 ERA. And Booker, who had a 4.03 ERA, will see that rise after this afternoon's game, as Clear Fork, who I mentioned, is a very solid offensive unit, but not quite up to Shelby standards so far this season. Hitting .374, over 12 runs a game, and Clear Fork with their gaudy almost 10 runs per game. We kind of thought that we would get a slugfest here this afternoon, and we've kind of got that. So while we get this pitching change, I guess let's dive into the comment section. We were about to go there, and then we got, oh wait, are we back to action again? Just want to say hey to Bev, cheering on the Lady Colts, as is Pam. Ashley Barnett says, hi Mel. Hey, I'll pass on the message. Kathy, laughing at us because she's got hot chocolate and we don't. And Paul just says, thanks for showing some softball. Yeah, man. What else we got? How many freshmen are in the lineup for Clear Fork, Brian Ballard wants to know. I believe they started 4 today. And Joni let me know Sturts is actually pronounced Sturts? Am I reading that weird? Sturts? Am I not saying Sturts? Back to action. How about this? Little single. Katrina Rogers keeping the gravy train rolling. And the Lady Colts, after a little bit of a slow start for them offensively. No runs in the first couple of frames. I don't even know if they had a hit in the first 2 innings. Now, all of a sudden, getting things rolling. Shouldn't say all of a sudden. I mean, it's kind of been going on for 4 straight innings now. Lays the bunt down, and it's a beauty. Rogers heading to third. And the throw, not in time. So Maya Perry credited with the single. And it's been a very valuable 6th inning here for the Lady Colts, who now have runners on the corners. Just 1 down so far. That a strikeout of Haley Thrush earlier. Maya Perry takes seconds. So 2 runners now in scoring position for Brokaw. And it's a bit high. Jada takes for the ball. And Brokaw shows bunt. She'll lay it down, play at the plate. They don't go for it. They'll go for the out at first. And that'll be 2 down on the RBI sacrifice from Jada Brokaw. So Brokaw drives in another run. And Schlosser now up to the plate. Maya Perry on third. Snyder with the pitch, and it's right over the middle, chopped back to her, and that'll be the 3rd out here of the 6th. The damage has been done. We head to the final frame. Shelby needs to do a lot of work to stay alive.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Shelby down to their final 3 outs, looking to stay alive in this first place battle in the MOAC, as Clear Fork has scored the last 9 runs here in the Valley. I am Brian Skowronski with you. And the good news, if you're a Shelby fan and you're watching, is they do have the top of the order coming up here. This is leadoff hitter Kendall Parsons. She's been on base twice already. And this time, not going to happen. Blue ball there to make the catch down the third base line. And just a couple of pitches in, the freshman Schaefer able to get the first out. Yeah, we're calling this money time. That's right. It's the last chance. Big plays, big stops. Here we go. Glad you can all be along for the ride. This one, sharply hit right at Anders and just too hot to handle. That'll be a single here from Carly Walp. So Walp gets on first, setting up Gundrum. Doubled her last plate appearance. And Mallary swinging at the first pitch. She's down 0-1. Now Schaefer sets. She'll send. And Gundrum again gets a chunk. But she'll trail 0-2 here in the at-bat. Gundrum 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Had an RBI single back in the first. Pitch number 3 outside. And they'll try, Swihart will, to get the runner at first, but it's a little late. The 1-2. Gundrum sweeps it here, right into the mitt. Excellent catch by Haley Thrush over and right. 2 down. So it all rests on the shoulders here of Kennedy Studer. And she'll take the first one over the plate inside. Schaefer with the pitch. Swinehart trying to frame it up, but it's called outside. 1-1 the count. This one up near the ear hole this time. Back-to-back balls. Walp takes off from first. A chop over the head of the pitcher. What a snag! But unable to touch second base that time is the shortstop, Renee Anders. So it's now 2 on and almost able to reach out that foot. She is a soccer player. Nearly had some magic, but now it's 2 on, and Shelby trying to make things interesting with Katie Taylor now up in the batter's box. And the first pitch is a ball. Quick pitch from Schaefer, and it's 2-0. So perhaps things getting a little hot under the collar here for Maya Schaefer. But she sends an excellent pitch right over the middle. Needing just 2 more strikes to end things here in the Valley. Big pitch. It's lobbed up, and Blue Ball does what she does best, makes the snare, and that's all she wrote, folks. The Lady Colts dancing as victors here on their home surface as they score the last 9 runs of the afternoon to take out Shelby 9-3. Stick around, though. We've got plenty more still to come here on the OH Report, including our MWD Logistics post-game show and an interview with our most valuable player. Keep it here. We'll be back live and free.
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics. This evening's live and free high school softball game was brought to you by Durfs Home Improvements. If you can dream it, we can build it. MWD Logistics. Need a warehousing and logistics partner that gets your storage needs? Store and move your inventory seamlessly into your customers' hands with MWD Logistics. Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. 419-342-6841. Also by Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. And finally by Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. We've got your MVP interview and your final stats and analysis when we come back after this break. Stick around. In today's
She got that.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
We are back now with our player of the game presented by Carothers Pest Control. And when you hit not one but 2 dingers in the same game, you're going to join us for a little post-game conversation. Macy Oosley. Wait, let's just begin with the 2 big hits that you had. Hadn't hit one out of the park all year. Why was tonight the night?
I think we knew coming into the game that this was going to kind of determine the MOAC. Like, they're a tough team, both undefeated going into the game. So we all kind of hyped it up and knew like they were willing to compete, and we were ready to compete too. So
yeah, it was 8-0 versus 8-0 coming into this game, so there was a lot at stake, of course. So obviously that's something that you were talking about, and you knew this was a big one.
Yeah, we knew it. It was. I was anxious. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was very anxious, but I knew my team would come through, and we definitely did tonight. So.
and you get off to a little bit of a slow start, or at least Shelby gets off to a hot start. 3-0 right out of the gates. How do you think you were able to flip the script and then not only overtake them, but kind of run them out of the building?
Yeah, I think in a past couple of games, it's come down to the last inning, and we've seen we can score 7 runs in an inning, and we scored 8. We scored 10 in the other game, so we knew it was an easy comeback. 3 is nothing to us, honestly, so.
Yeah, it was no big deal for you girls, right? You're averaging about 10 runs per game, I think, right now. So
it's crazy.
Offense has been coming fun.
Richard!
Yeah, you've been having a lot of fun this year.
Yeah.
So tell me about Richard and how he got involved with the team.
Oh, this was Clap's thing. He's like, we had enough dingers on the season. We need something to hype it up. Oh, there's I love my team, dude. But, yeah, this was kind of our thing, and we all ride him home after we step on home plate. So, I don't know. It's just our little mascot.
Well, it's been working. You girls are off to a phenomenal start, and clearly you have a fun-loving team.
Oh, my gosh. They're the best team. I love them so much, every one of them.
But you also had, on the counterpart here, one of your best friends, Maggie Bogner, out there in the field.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
What kind of back and forth did you have?
Oh, my gosh. We both knew going into the game. We're like, we got to focus in. You can't laugh. Like, let's focus in. She goes, yep, can't talk. And I was like, I know. But I love her to death, and we knew it was going to be a fun game, and it was, and I can't wait to see her tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Irish chick.
Well, not only do you get Shelby today, you get to play them again tomorrow.
Yep.
So just talk to me about the back-to-back matchups here with the top 2 teams in the league going at it, and just how big tomorrow is as well.
I think this game really built us up, and I think tomorrow we're walking in with nothing but confidence. I knew going into this game, some of us were like, oh, they're a tough team. They're a tough team. Tomorrow we know we're going to shut them down right off the bat, and we're going to jump on it for sure.
Well, congratulations for jumping on 2 big pitches tonight. 2 big
so
2-run home runs.
Thank you so much.
But before we turn you loose, I'll take your friend here, and if you want to juggle and give shout-outs at the same time, we've never had this on the OH Report.
I'm missing one ball, but I swear I can juggle, guys. I just wanted to shout out to my team, all the freshmen playing their big positions, like Miley. She comes in, she shuts them down every game, and I love her for that. The whole team, though, my family, I love you all. Shout out Maggie. I love you too, girl.
All right, Macy Oosley, our Carothers Pest Control MVP. I'm going to take the headset. I'm going to let you ride off into the sunset, quite literally here.
Bye, guys.
How about that? Yeehaw, they're having fun out here in the valley.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Back here in the Clear Fork Valley, it's the MWD Logistics post-game show, and the party's on for the Lady Colts, a fun-loving group, really enjoying their 9-3 victory over their Richland County rivals here this afternoon. I am Brian Skowronski, and it was a fun day here. My first broadcast as a softball commentator, and I think it went pretty good. I'm at least getting applause from my crew, so thank you guys for tuning in live and free here tonight. My fingers, though, at least now in my pockets, so I'm a lot happier version of myself, and Clear Fork obviously very happy to score this big win, and despite falling behind 3-0 in the first inning, but like you heard our MVP say, man, we could smoke it for 8, 9, 10 runs in a frame if we need to. It's no big deal. They were able to do that. Blue Ball, I believe, had a hit to lead things off for them. Then they didn't get another one until the 3rd inning. So they racked up 13 more over 5 frames, including the 2 big 2-run home runs from Macy Oosley. We lost our camera lady, but we got girls walking to the outfield. They're dancing. They're having a good time. And Clear Fork, just on the season, is really enjoying their good times. And they got another big one tomorrow against Shelby. So the top 2 teams in the league will be meeting yet again, and Clear Fork hoping that they're going to be walking out of the park with the exact same emotion tomorrow when they head on the road over to Whippet Country. That though, guys, that's gonna do it for us out here. I gotta say that we got some frozen toes and fingers. We're like a DQ ice cream cake in the outfield over here, so we're gonna try to unthaw and head home and probably get like some chili or something. I thought it was spring. Last time I was here a week ago, I got a miniature tan going on. Not exactly the same here today, so Mother Nature, I don't know what you got going on. She's like that Katy Perry song. She's hot, then she's cold. She's yes, then she's no. Whatever it is, we can't figure it out, but the Lady Colts certainly did. Got to thank all of our awesome sponsors coming together for bringing you today's live and free action. MWD Logistics, our friends over at Home and Kitchen Supply. Of course, our people at Carothers Pest Control. Durfs Home Improvements. And if anybody else, throw some cake our way to bring this to you live and free. Sutton Bank as well. Thank you to Rhonda Martin and the gang over there, as well as Jess Brokaw and the staff here at the Clear Fork Athletic Department, and the OHSAA for allowing us to be here, and for my awesome staff, Dylan Farrell, Jory Hollenbeck on the cameras, Adam Thompson, our producer. I am Brian Skowronski saying so long today from the Valley. We got plenty more live streams coming up this week. See you then.